Hey guys, so today is a very special episode of Mixology because today is the neon edition. And this is the first installment of two, so there will be another episode later. And the first principle of neon colors is that you actually can't mix them. So I am starting off with neon colors, and as you can see, these are very bright and very brilliant. So we will still be working with our primary colors. So I'm starting with a red, and then I'm going to add just a touch of blue. I actually added a little bit more than you saw just a second ago because you know ratios are important. And if you want to see what I mean, you should probably check out the video that's popping up on the screen now. I'm going to take a white and add a little bit of our first color to make our main color. And I'm also going to add a little bit of the neon color. Now this may not look like a little bit, but that's because I'm using a neon that has a clear base. And that's what you want to use specifically for this look. If you only have a neon that has a white base or is opaque when you use it, you can still modify it, but it would be easiest to start with a clear base. To show you what that looks like, I'm going to add a little bit of mine to a white, and you'll see I get a nice opaque but still neon pink. Now let's get started. So I'm going to start by applying the mid-tone color, and I'm going to do 2 coats. And if you guys want to start with a black or a deep color as your base, you're more than welcome to do that. With this technique, you can use any color as a base as long as it's not too light. And then you can draw whatever you want as your neon sign. I'm going for an anatomical heart, and I'm using a white art gel. I would recommend an art gel over a gel polish or anything that's too thin because you want a white that's very, very opaque. Right now mine doesn't look like it is, but it's because I'm using a very light touch. You can always sketch in your designs and then thicken them up afterwards. So that's what I'm gonna do because we do want the light to be a little bit thick. So right now we're mimicking the tubing. Now, if you do have an opaque neon, like the one I mixed in the background, you could use that for this step and for the second step. However, you're still going to want something with a translucent or clear base, and you'll see why later. So after you're finished drawing your sign, whatever it is, of course you want to cure, and then I'm going to take a clear gel. Now this is the mixing gel you probably saw in my recent haul video. If you don't have this, you can just use a clear gel or a clear top coat. Doesn't matter. And I'm going to take a small amount of that, mix it into a white so that we create a milky white, or as I mentioned before, you can use your opaque neon. And ideally you should use a brush that has a broad stroke like this one, and in a brushing or sweeping motion or patting motion you want to create a blur along both edges of your white line. And really take your time with this step because it creates the haze or glow that makes it look like your sign is actually lit. Now another reason that we did the last step is because, as you can see, this neon color on a black background is not very appealing, so you really need a white as a background color to make your neon colors pop. And again, it doesn't have to be white, but it does need to be light for the neon to reflect off of it. And again, you can apply this in a patting or sweeping motion, making sure that you're covering not just the bold outline, but also the haze. Once you're done, you'll want to, of course, cure, and then you can apply a second layer so that this looks really, really bright. Now, this does actually even look brighter than it does on camera because, of course, I am sitting right next to a window. And again, if you do have colors that glow in the dark, that would be even better for this look. And because we're using so little gel, you could actually flash cure for just like 10 or 15 seconds and not for a full 30 to 60 cycle. You could stop here, but I'm going to take it to the next level and add a little bit more dimension by going in with the deepest color that we mixed. And I'm using the H-Gel pom-pom brush, which I also hauled recently in my last video. And we're just going to go around the perimeter. This is great for creating a ombre without having to do very much work. And that's it, guys. Once you've cured, you just need to add your top coat and we're done. Now, if you guys are excited to see the next Neon Edition 2.0, let me know in the comments what you think that look should be because I'm interested as to what you guys are going to say. And make sure you're following me on Instagram and Snapchat because I do give you guys sneak peeks. Bye, guys.